Talk about a whole lot of luck. 2 weekends of rail fanning, 3 heritage units, and a whole lot more. So let's get started. The first day, November 22nd, 2020, started here at Norfolk Southern's sprawling Inman Yard in northwest Atlanta, Georgia. To my surprise, there was the Southern Railway Heritage Unit just sitting there. I had seen it the weekend before when it delivered the Marco Polo Pullman car to the Southeastern Railway Museum in Duluth, Georgia. That was a great event, but it's also nice to see things like this in the wild, so to speak. Unfortunately, it was tied down here, and this turned out to be more of a roster shot, but that didn't really bother me. It's nice to be able to take in all the attention to detail that was put into this paint scheme. As I had my focus trained on 8099, another railfan tipped me off that the Lackawanna Heritage Unit was coming up right behind me. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Inman Yard is a great place to watch trains, whether you like these rebuilt eco units or their more classic counterparts. You can also see some CSX action here. This is right near the now empty Tilford Yard, but the main line is still open for business. The length of American freight trains has always amazed me, and they're only getting longer. This one had a distributed power unit in the middle. And of course, you also see some oddities here as well. That's going to be a hard dent to get out. Now it was time to head to the northern mouth of the yard. I had heard about an accident that happened in this area a week before, but I thought that would all be cleaned up by now. This is another great rail fanning spot. It's on Parrott Avenue at the point the railroad calls CP Bridge. The SD60E on the side of the road clearly took a beating, and from the news reports I saw, one person was injured in this derailment. I did a full video about this incident, and I'll put a link in the description. Anyway, as I surveyed the damage, a northbound train came around the bend. This one had 11 locomotives. Now, not all of these were under power. Many of them were probably on their way to somewhere else in the Norfolk Southern system, or headed back to their home rails. At that point, I was ready to call it a day. The following Saturday, I was back out there, this time in Chamblee, Georgia. Remember how I said it's better to be lucky than good? Well, here was the Central of Georgia Heritage Unit sitting here waiting for me. I've been coming to this spot since before I can remember. I actually saw the original Southern Railway Heritage Unit here many years ago. Anyway, it's nice to be able to get a close look at these things. But remember, 8101 wasn't sitting here on display, and it was time for them to go. As I watched it leave, I thought I might as well try to chase it down somewhere to the south. That didn't go so well. I spent 2 hours looking for it. And I finally ended up finding it here, near Howell Y. 2 extra locomotives were now hooked up to the front of it. I had heard chatter on the scanner about a train stalling out somewhere, so maybe it was this one. I like seeing BNSF power, but I would have much rather seen 8101 in the lead, especially with this great background. Oh well, I guess my luck had to run out sometime, right? But hey, it was still a great rail fanning adventure.